In this video, we're going to focus a bit more on the user groups. So if you press user groups, you will be able to see how we set it up. So first time you log in and you're company admin and you access this page, we will have some default settings. So we try to use Logix as to assign these 4 roles. I mean, the feature we think makes the most sense, but of course that can differ depending on organization. It can differ depending on your needs that you have. So you should be able to update these to fit your need. But when you log in for the first time, we've set up a few settings that we think make sense. So hiring managers has a number of settings enabled or disabled, team member, recruitment lead, and company admin. As mentioned in a previous video, we've sort of used the logic that a hiring manager has limited access to certain features in the platform, but has slightly more features enabled than team member. I think the big difference is the one that we see here, actually being able to see salary. So the hiring manager can see the salary that the candidates requested, whereas a team member won't be able to see that. And then you have recruitment lead, which has a lot more features enabled for them if we compare it to the team member and hiring manager. And if we can toggle along, you see that they have almost everything enabled. There's just a few things on the general page that they don't have, which the company admin has. And that is access to all projects, being able to invite new users to the platform, and also edit permissions. So the things that we did in a previous video where you edited the permissions of certain users. That's only the company admin can do that. But you can, of course, change these permissions to make them suit your organizational needs. So for instance, maybe you want recruitment leads to be able to invite new users. You can simply toggle that. So now we know that, okay, so if you have someone who's assigned as a recruitment lead, they can also go in and invite new users. And that makes a lot of sense, because that could be a situation where you have a lot of recruitment leads and they're doing a lot of interviews, and they want to invite hiring managers to tag along on interviews, for instance. Then they should be able to invite new users. But the default setting is that only company admins can do that. And the reason we have behind that is to limit the number of people that you can add to the platform. So you don't just add random people all the time. If you're unsure about settings that you set up, you just press reset, and then they go back to what they were before. So from this page, you can really customize the permissions for the different roles, but you can, of course, as I mentioned in a previous video, set up custom permissions for certain users as well. So you have a lot of leeway in how you set up different profiles.